كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي لا سواه كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي فالمعالي بالتحدي لا سواه بالتحدي لا سواه حرر النفس ولا تحيا هباء يا ربيعا أنت والعطر الرداء حرر النفس ولا تحيا هباء يا ربيعا أنت والعطر الرداء.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Suhoor Recipes. My name is Shazia from Shazeats on ITV. Today we've got a lovely, delicious, Moorish, Middle Eastern, Northern African egg dish called Shakshuka. Many of you are probably very familiar with it, but this is my version. Quite simple, and you can actually start the stew-based broth at the beginning. So at the time of suhoor, all you have to do is crack the egg and you just have to bake them in the oven. So I've already put my oven on, it's 180 degrees, it's already heating up, but let's go through the ingredients and make the Shakshuka base recipe before we put the eggs back into the oven. So I have some tomatoes, I've got some eggs, I've got some peppers, I've got my range of spices over here. So I've got cayenne pepper, smoked paprika, some whole cumin, some cumin powder, pepper and some salt, some fresh thyme, some garlic, fresh parsley, some feta cheese and some onions. So these are all the ingredients. Let's go to the stove and let's get them ready. So the first thing that you do is put your stove onto a medium heat. I'm going to put it on number 6. Take some olive oil, a tablespoon of olive oil. I'm now going to put in my whole cumin and let them start to sizzle. I've put very little oil. We're trying to keep the fat content down as much as we can. Although this is a tomato base spice, it's got eggs. Eggs are a great source of protein, and if you have them at sehri time, will keep you quite full and satisfied during the day, at least up to lunchtime. Now I'm going to add in my onions. With the onions, I'm going to add in my garlic and just start to get that caramelized. The onions have started to soften and they're beginning to change color. I'm going to add in my sprigs of fresh thyme. You can use dry thyme. It's just so that I did find some fresh thyme and I'm adding it in. At this stage, I'm now going to add in my tomatoes. You can either keep the tomatoes quite chunky or puree them up. I like to have a little bit of texture, and so I keep them quite chunky. I'm going to add in some sliced peppers. And now I'm going to add in all my spices. So I've got the cayenne pepper, the paprika, some salt, some pepper, and some ground cumin. And I'm going to add that all in and let it cook with the tomatoes and the peppers. Now I'm going to add in my fat-free feta. I like to keep fat levels low, so you can use a medium fat feta, or you can use any sort of feta that you would like to use. I use a fat-free feta, and you stir the feta in to the Shakshuka base with the peppers and the tomatoes. At this stage, what I do now is I have individual little frying pans for the family. So I distribute the mixture evenly amongst the little frying pans. So I'm going to put half the mixture in here and half the mixture in here. and crack open my egg. And they're set to go into the oven for 5 to 6 minutes at 180 degrees. The eggs are perfectly baked just the way I like them. All I'm going to do now is just garnish with some fresh chopped parsley on the top. I've got some olives here, some more cherry tomatoes, a choice of bread, so you either can have a health bread or some pita bread, whatever you feel for. Enjoy.
عالي بالتحدي لا سواه كن سعيدا كن فريدا عش بفخر في الحياة لا تبالي